Hello everyone, my name is Madmonkie, and today we're going to be reviewing the Tier 5 British submarine, the H class. We are going to be going over its stats, the kind of weapons it can carry, the upgrades you can get for it, and finally we will wrap it up with some gameplay to see how it performs in battle. Starting off, you can see it has a durability of 11,866. Its speed is 25.2 knots. The overheat preparation, also known as the cooldown, after you use your overheat, is 9.4 seconds. The duration of that overheat is 2.9 seconds, and initially you're going to have 0 battle repairs, but you can also change that by putting points into your crew, or you can go into the store and purchase ship support items with credits. And your max anti-aircraft gun accuracy when you're on the surface is going to be 38.5%. Moving on to armor, as you can see it has no deck, belt, or bulge, and you will not be able to add any armor like you could, say, a battleship or a carrier. It's going to have a defense level of 3, which is going to reduce the damage you take when you get hit by shells by about 1.7% per level. Now here, the dive duration of 109 seconds is the upgraded duration. Its initial base duration is 94.8 seconds, and the max depth you're going to be able to go in a Tier 5 submarine is 5. Now moving on to weapons, all British submarines come with a 21-inch torpedo launcher. The reload time is going to be 62.6 seconds. The torpedo's traveling distance is 3,438 meters, and their speed they travel is 58.5 knots. I also forgot to mention that the H class is going to have 4 front-firing torpedoes. It's going to have a explosion damage of 12,662 damage. This is base damage, which is not affected by armor or anything. And for sonar, the cooldown time of your sonar is going to be 19 seconds. The duration if you detect a submarine is going to be 38.2 seconds, which can also be changed via the crew's skills. You can reduce it, or if you're in a destroyer, you can put it into anti-submarine and you can increase that duration. Search range here also is shown as the upgraded search range. The base range is going to be 541 meters. Now that's going to come out to about a little bit less than 2,000 feet, which is about 0.39 miles, and your searchability is going to be 75%. Now moving on to upgrades, as you can see, the first line here we're going to have hull limit reliability, or also known as damage rate. Now that's going to be the point at which your sub takes damage. It's going to start slowing down from its initial base speed. Now here, fully upgraded, you have a reliability of 79.345%, which means if you take that from 100, your ship is going to start slowing down around 20% of its displacement. And next we're going to move on to the range at which you can detect another submarine. And this one's going to be 595.1 meters, and the dive time at which you can max out at Tier 5 is going to be 109 seconds. Alright, that's it for the review. Let's move on to some gameplay. Alright, finally after a few tries, I got a game that we could test out the H class in. Alright, let's take a look at our ship lineup to see what we're up against. Alright, looks like we got 2 Tier 5 subs. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that all stats you see on this thing right now, like I got 2 minutes and 52 seconds of air, That is with level 95 plus crew. When you first start out in submarines, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be awful, and it's going to be really tough to transition into, like, from your DD straight into submarines. It's totally different play style, but stick to it, keep practicing. It's going to be really frustrating. You're going to have a lot of 0 EXP games, but if you stick to it and practice, you become really good at it.
We are going under.
Alright, so we're going to go under before they capture the base and get visual around the radar. They never know we're here. Quick survey of the field. We got 2 battleships to the west, and we got a submarine coming south. I like to use proxy torpedoes on submarines because you can't always get a good shot on them. So we're going to line up just ahead of him a little bit. We're going to pop up and fire. And as you can see, quick, easy kill. Alright, moving on. We still got 2 minutes of air left over, so we can probably get another torpedo run in. And when I go in for runs, I usually like to come in from the side of the ship. It gives you a much larger target. And when you do, I kind of like to lead towards the just behind the front nose of the ship. So like I'll come in just like this. I'll kind of just keep clicking just in front to keep my distance ahead, and then I would just surface then and fire off my torpedoes.
Allied ship lost.
All right, let them go. Let those guys have that one, and we will come get this bigger one over here. Again, we're going to lead just a little bit ahead of him, stay in front, because our speed is generally slower than most of the battleships are. I occasionally like to zoom in too when I go in for my run. Clicking just ahead of him, surface and fire. As you can see by that orange number that popped up, we got us a crit. Now with 35 seconds of oxygen left, we're going to retreat back towards our team. Always have a retreating plan. That way you're not retreating into the enemy. Decent little torpedo run there from our CV. And a destroyer also. And generally when I come up from the surface, or come up to the surface, I will spam my sonar to possibly catch any enemy submarines that might be around. And now we're just going to sit back for a minute or two while our oxygen replenishes. We're already back up to a minute, and we've only been up to the surface for about 20 seconds. And I also use this time to survey the battlefield and see what is where and how the battle line is forming. As you can see, we've already pushed up past radar, so we're pressing these guys pretty hard.
We are going.
And plus they only got about 5 ships left.
Ahead, full.
And there's the only other submarine. With any luck, he'll come right at us, making our travel time a lot less than it has to be.
Ahead, full.
There's that 3 seconds duration and that 2.9 second cooldown for your sonar. Or, I mean, not sonar, but overheat. Alright, let's change over to proximity in preparation for firing on the submarine. We'll go ahead and submerge so he doesn't see us coming. Alright, there he is. I'm going to try to come in from the side so he doesn't get an easy shot on us when we pop up. And there it is. Just another successful run on a submarine. Alright everybody, as you can see we got 14.4 thousand experience, 13,000 credits. We finished 7th on our team, and there's my crew, as you can see, all 97, 96. Nice morale gain of 2.3%. And thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like and a favorite. And join me next time for the next review, which will be the Tier 7 British submarine, the Thames. Thank you everybody. Goodbye.